Let's take a look at how the new Contacts add-on works in Gmail. In the past, when you were in Gmail, to go over to Contacts, you had to click on the app picker in the top right and go to Contacts. It would open a separate window and you could look from there. But they recently added a Contacts add-on into the right sidebar. If you don't see this option, look in the bottom right-hand corner for a Show Side Panel, a little caret here. Click that to show the sidebar, and then you can click on the Contacts icon to open the add-on on the right-hand side. This has several different functions. In one hand, it'll just show you a list of your contacts when you open it from your inbox, for example. You can click on the search bar to search through these contacts, and when you work with any of the contacts in this setting here, you can click on an entry to see more information about that contact. So in some cases, it might be just their contact details. If you've interacted with them through email or a meeting, you'll see those also here in this list. I can click on the back arrow to return to the main screen, click out of my search results. And then one of the things that is also really helpful about this is if you're actually viewing an email, when you look at the Contacts add-on, you'll see this in this thread selector. So it's going to show you the contacts from this thread. So not just this one email, but in this case, this is a conversation with more than one email, and anyone who is copied in at any point in there will now appear in this list on the right. In that way, you can kind of say, okay, so when did I last talk to Bob? Click on that contact's name and see some recent interactions there. If you have a Google group in the contact thread, then there'll be an option to open up the Google Groups website if you have access to that group to see more information about that group and back and forth messages with them through there. And as I switch through different messages, my contacts in the thread will change here. So in this case, I have a newsletter from the campus, and this has a lot of interaction. So I'll see a more option or a drop down here to show some more. Just note though, this is not all my interactions, it's just the recent ones. And in this case, it's showing me 8 recent interactions. And this is a nice tool because if you wanted to review one of those or find where I want to find all these newsletters, open one, go to recent interactions, and this is a helpful way to get to more of them. And then if you click on any of them from this list, it'll automatically open up that email, that interaction right in your screen there. Contacts are also expanding in other Google apps. So for example, in a Google Sheet, if you have an email address, when you hover over that email address, you'll get the kind of contact card pop up with more information about that contact. So in this case, this contact isn't in my contacts yet, so I'll even have the option to add them to my contacts right from Google Sheets. And if I hover over someone who is in my contacts, I'll see more information about that person. In this case, this is my own email address, so I don't have as many ways to interact with myself. I can't send myself a message or start a video call, but there are interact-in options down here. And you can click on more info to open up the Google contact page for someone. In Google Docs, if you have a contact smart chip here, and the way you get these is by typing an @ and someone's name. So when you start to type @ and you type someone's email address in, it'll make this smart chip. And when you hover over those smart chips, you'll see more information. And when that is an email address or a contact, then you'll actually see that same contact card there, which is a great way to see more about maybe people mentioned in meeting notes, or find the phone number of someone listed in an agenda so you can see if they're running late, something like that. So contacts are becoming more easily accessible throughout the Google programs, so take a look at these ways to interact with them.